us on a God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like...
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Lance. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Lance. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown 49ers. Danny Gray, 54 yards. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. To throw is Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Well, able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind to, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Lance looking to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Lance finding Kittle, 1st down San Francisco.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more there and another first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 48 yards. And the 49ers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston now. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Second down, and it's Kamara again. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jameis to throw it. They will get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, Ingram. And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And again, it's Ingram. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now it's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Lance. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Winston now from the 50. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Partner, you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now Winston. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Kamara up the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming back.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And, oh, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
The 20. 5, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. A give to Kamara running right. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Now a 1st down carry, it's Kamara. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 2nd down, Kamara. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Winston steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They give to Ingram up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
A give. This is Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense...
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Lutt's good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete left side to Gray. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first. On play action, Lance. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are right back in this football game. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
And now here's another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
52 blaster.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Winston to throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason.